Like a magic thing that happens.
Go ahead.
Are we live?
Yep.
Oh, we're live. Hey, hello, Internet Land. I'm your host, Mike Mearls. Sorry. It's Friday. So they've asked us first, before we go any further out there online, we have to read this to you. So,
like a magic mouth appearing in the dungeon wall.
Yeah, right. Or like a very stern looking lawyer walks into the room and says to
I kill
you
it.
all- Yeah. No, good luck with that. You have an injunction. Right? Yeah. Save versus legality. All right, so
Urge hesitation.
I rolled a 7.
S'il vous plaît. All
Sorry,
right. Thanks for joining us for this live streaming D&D Next playtest game. You're about to see members of Wizards R&D team playtesting materials and rules from D&D Next. This is part of our playtest program, so by continuing to watch this, you are consenting to the terms of Wizards' online playtest agreement, which you can view at www.dndnext.com. There's also some other stuff in here that Greg added, but it can't be that important if Greg wrote it.
Something about us being juvenile children.
See, he's not here, so this is what happens. This is what happens when
What are you talking about? Greg's right there.
See, I can't.
I'm Bill's Gregland. Oh yeah, you are Bill's Greg.
So we have a replacement player this week. Why don't you introduce yourself, replacement player?
My name's Chris Sims. I'm a technical editor for D&D. And I am playing Tree for continuity reasons.
Now, how many hours of practice did you put into getting ready to assume the depth of Tree's character?
Really sinking your roots into it.
I approximately 1 hour.
Okay, wow, that's impressive.
You know, for D&D, that's practically method acting.
So how long have you been stalking Greg to get up his mannerisms?
6 years. Including the period of layoff.
Okay.
Which is a little weird, but...
Where is Greg? Is Greg just taking a vacation the other day, or did he have a call?
He's out of town.
Oh, he's out of town.
Yeah, I think they're in Colorado.
Oh, cool.
He's gone to an environmentalist convention.
He's planting trees.
He's planting trees. That's
Fir trees.
I don't think that's
fruit trees.
It's all lies.
It's okay. So when last we left off, if you don't have the 2 free hours to go back and watch the last transcript or last video,
We'll wait.
yeah, we'll just say 2 hours.
Actually, let's show it again.
Yeah, just show it. Remember when?
Previously on.
Yeah.
This is our clip show,
It's
actually.
our clip show. Episode 2 is the clip show, which is just a giant clip of episode 1. Woo! Saving money. And then episode 3 is the clip show of episode 2, which is the clip show of episode 1. It's recursion.
Oh, great.
There we go. Anyway, so the characters. Wait, so why don't we go around the table, introduce your character, give a little bit about yourself, and then I'll give a recap of how you guys ended up where you are right now. So let's start with James.
All right, I'm James. My character, more importantly, is Rakesh, a monk formerly of the Scarlet Brotherhood, who has joined up with these people to to fight the slavers, or whatever we're doing.
There's people and there's things. That's my character's background in a nutshell.
I did not watch. It was 2 weeks ago we played.
It's typical.
Sociopath, in other words.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a fairly accurate description.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear Chris's take on the character of Tree.
My character is Tree. He is a loving cleric of the temple of some kind of flowers. See, that's how. See,
Greg put a lot of effort into
Yeah,
this.
it's gonna be one of
He was sort
those
like
sessions.
phoning it in.
Yeah, I'm a cleric of something, and there's stuff. Okay.
Scarlet Brotherhood. I got that.
Yeah. Rodney, what do you got over
Me
there?
wearing red.
Yeah,
he's a
the bar
fruitarian.
is low.
He's a fruitarian from the temple of the radiant flower.
Thank you.
Right, thank
There we
you.
go.
Radiant Flower. There we go.
Character sheet red.
Right. I'm Rodney Thompson. I'm a designer on Dungeons & Dragons, and I am playing Wriggle Lightfinger. I am a halfling rogue, and as you recall, I'm an ex-riverboat captain whose riverboat underwent some sort of tragic riverboat-related accident.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that.
Riverboat word of the day, by the way. And I'm my freakish characteristic is that I am covered in sailor's tattoos.
Okay, I'm Peter Lee. I'm playing ABR Lightfinger, the adopted human brother of Wriggle, and my freakish look is due to me missing an eyebrow, and as a result, I'm in search of taming a woolly caterpillar that I can use as a replacement eyebrow.
It's an animal companion you're
Yes,
angling
yes.
for at higher levels.
It's actually a familiar.
There's nothing freakish about
Tree.
Tree. There's nothing freakish about Tree except for the fact that he has a 16 strength and he's 5'5".
He is ripped.
He is like.
like a fire
But
hydrant.
his diet was all fruit, so he was all pale and deformed or something
Right.
like that.
I just want to point out.
Greg didn't say that. You guys said that.
No, he said he was pale. He was very specific.
He didn't say he
about
was
that.
deformed.
I have written down here tree-pale complexion.
Okay.
He didn't say he was deformed.
No, that's true.
Well,
But I want to point
it's
out
the second week, so we
that-
have to, update.
Escalate.
according to the second edition Slaver's Supplement, albinism is actually particularly common among the Sul people of the world of Greyhawk, and that is why I'm an albino. I didn't do it to be freakish,
No
okay?
one's mad at you. It's okay. Very accepting. This is a
No, I'm not.
Do you also have
Safe
Propecia?
space.
No.
Safe space, people.
All right.
All right, so you guys are level
That would
5.
be cool.
I'm Mike Mearls, the Dungeon Master, and my strange, weird characteristic is that I'm DMing for this Ship of Fools.
Yeah.
So let's see where we go.
I'm role playing.
No, I am actually a fool. So
I'll admit to
role-playing.
this.
That's my character. That's not my character.
So when we left off, you had sneaked or snuck, whichever the appropriate word is, into the abandoned temple that the slave lords were using as their headquarters in the orcish city of name I have forgotten. The
Come on.
it's not Rusternford. Why do I want to say Rusternford?
Highboard?
Yeah, Highport. That sounds right. The and so you creeped up on the place at night. It was a temple isolated on a hill. It's in the middle of the city, but nothing is built up near it. You ambushed and massacred a group of orc guards, luckily defeating them before they could run back and warn the others what was happening. You talked your way past a group of half-orc guards to go in through a side entrance, and your general sense of this place is that the orcs are on edge. They seem like the rest of the city is pretty much just a typical conquered orc city, but this area the orcs are very much on edge. There are humans who seem to be in charge, and you have found signs you believe there might be doppelgangers afoot who are murdering the orcs.
I don't know anything about that.
Well, yeah, there was some general conjecture amongst the party. I'll give you that. You're 5th level. You're not
I think those are specious rumors, actually.
It's just rumors started by these other 3. So we should have a table of rumors amongst the party. Like, the cleric has been, eating when no one's looking, right? And so you
Eating meat.
yeah. Now most of the temple's second story is mostly in ruins. You made your way past, talked your way past the orcs guarding the side entrance, valiantly defeated a giant plant, made your way across a collapsed room, and then stumbled into a ghoul ambush, defeated the ghouls, almost losing. I believe Wriggle was almost carried off by a ghoul.
Yes.
My brother.
But you're able to defeat the ghouls, and so this is where we cut back in. You've just dropped the last ghoul. You're in the collapsed room where the ghoul looked like he was trying to climb up to the second ruin story of this building. When you slew the ghoul and liberated Wriggle.
They jumped down from the second story, right?
Yes.
Yes. So in the room that you entered, it was like this chamber. The second story looks like it had collapsed in, and it looks like somebody had probably taken that rubble and threw it into the giant pit of the room that everything had collapsed down through. So it looked like they were like up on that second ruin story, working down. They jumped down from above onto the cleric, and turned him into a giant bag of sausages. We tried to, but
So there could be more up there.
they couldn't.
Could be. Now, as I remember correctly, we had waited until about midnight to ambush those orcs, so it's probably only like 1 in the morning or something.
Yeah, it's not even been an hour, right? I mean, you fought the orcs and talked, and game time, the elapsed time has probably been like 15 minutes.
Okay, so
If even that.
I don't know how badly hurt anybody is, but do we need to consider taking a short rest, or should we continue to forge on?
How long is a short rest?
An hour long.
An hour?
Yes.
Is that new to the people watching?
No, I think the last packet actually had the hour short rest in it. So the last public release.
Got it.
So I'm okay. Like I took a bite and got paralyzed, but I'm actually okay. So I could go on, but if anybody else is pretty badly hurt, we might consider holding up.
I'm fine right now.
I'm down to about 75%, so a short rest would do me some good.
Okay. We could. Or how about Tree? Are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. So we could backtrack a little bit and find a safe spot, maybe in there was the room we passed through. There was the beam, and that went over a hole in the floor,
Yep.
and there was the rubble down below.
Yep.
I assume that the part of that underground area might have been under partial cover of the.
Yeah, so the trick is basically it's filled with trash.
Right.
It looks like so. For instance, the room where you fought the ghouls, it looks like that ceiling had collapsed in,
Okay.
and it looks like, judging from maybe the scuff marks on the floor and such, that rubble must have been dragged into the room because.
Okay.
And when you look at
So it's
very
been,
much filled.
it was cleared out of here and
Yeah.
moved up to there.
Yeah.
All right, then what I would say is we could either try and hide sort of underneath the any remaining like floor in that previous room, or we could climb up here and see if there's any more ghouls or anything else up there. And if not, basically take our rest up there out of the normal sort of path down here.
We should not leave our enemies behind us.
That's cryptic. What does that mean?
I mean, climb up.
Oh, okay. Well, at the very least, one of us should climb up there and look.
I
Correct.
can look.
It is wonderful for you
Try
to
to climb.
volunteer in that way.
So you and I could probably actually go up together. Actually, let me try that again. You should go up there, brother, because I forgot about my 8 strength.
I will
Wait,
work
I'm
on
really
climbing up the
weedy.
wall.
Okay.
You want to climb up the wall
Yeah.
up at the top? It's actually are you trying to rush your way up?
No,
or?
not really.
All right, you can take your time. You don't need to check because it's just a matter of finding the right handholds, getting a boost from your friends. That won't be a check.
18. Yeah,
I'll
okay.
help.
Yeah, I'm strong.
When
I'll
you
help him. I'm pretty strong too.
poke your head up, you can see now what it looks like is that the exterior wall of the temple is made of stone. The interior portions were made of wood, and it looks like the entire second story is largely collapsed. There is light up above you. There are still some beams and such jutting out, and as you poke out, it's been fairly dark. I mean, you've just been wandering along with the light spell. You can see there's a few holes. As you kind of look up to the east of here, like the buildings to the east have almost all entirely collapsed. Either that, so it's just you just see empty space. And there's the beams, and there's a couple like half walls that are still left. Make a wisdom check for me.
I get a 5.
All right, you don't see anything moving, so
Looks safe.
All right. Well, if he calls that down, I guess we should. If it looks safe up there, we should climb up and use this as our sort of camping spot for a short rest, right?
Sounds good.
Sounds sound.
All right. I think we clamber up the walls to the second story.
okay. You all make your way up there. It's going to take a little bit of time. But you're able to get everyone up safely.
Okay.
Is anyone taking watch?
I'll
I can
watch.
take a watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we both can.
Well, we're just taking a short rest, right? So we don't need to sleep.
That's correct.
Right.
Play an hour.
We can all be keeping an eye out as we eat,
Right. Yeah. I
bind
think-
up our terrible wounds. This
They-
is more or less what I drew on the board last time.
Okay. Great. All right. Yeah. So I guess we just take a short rest and these guys keep watch.
All right. As you take
I like to
a rest-
watch below. Like,
Okay,
I
cool.
like to look through the hole while
Right.
everybody else is resting.
I'll watch both.
Oh, wait.
Can I spend hit dice now, or should I wait till we're done?
Sure, you can spend hit dice. I don't know if you can do that. Go ahead. Do whatever the rules say you should be doing.
Well, if we finish the short rest, we get the
Okay.
we get spend dice.
Okay.
Did we successfully finish short rest? Is
That's the key
what
question.
James was asking.
I'm going to roll this d20. Okay.
Okay, I'll let you roll your die.
It's complete.
All right. The hour passes uneventfully.
I'm also going to spend a hit die. Maybe more than one. Yeah. For the record, I spent 2 hit dice there.
I rolled a 7, so I only needed to spend 1.
Yeah, I rolled an 8, so I don't want you to spend one.
Hanging on to yours? Okay. All right.
Now, sorry, and obviously this would have been something, the beginning of your rest, you would have noticed that the building to the south, you're basically, where you're standing is more like on the east, on the western end is pretty narrow. Most of this area looks completely collapsed in. Like 2/3 of it or more to the east, it's all just rubble.
While resting, could I just poke around and see if there's like a ghoul nest here or?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you poke around a bit. Give me an intelligence check as you start poking around.
12.
You start poking around, and you notice it looks like there's been there's a lot of rubble and stuff up here, but it looks like some of it's been cleared away a little bit toward the room where you fought the ghouls, and it looks like some of it's been piled. Like there's an external wall, that's still standing. Sorry, a wall that's still standing. Then beyond it is the area where everything is completely collapsed in, and there was like a pile of wreckage up against that wall.
And it looks like something's been living in there, or?
No, it looks like it might be. You want to go up close to it and start investigating it? It looks like it's sturdy enough that you could easily climb up and down it.
Like to the roof?
So if you go down, now you'd be in the collapsed area to the east.
Oh, okay, I see.
There's a way down to the east here.
Yeah. Now, when we originally came to this room, it was because Tree was investigating another door that was closed, right?
That door was to the west. He was actually searching for secret doors to the east, I believe.
Oh, okay, sure. Well, until we've continued the path that we were on, I think we should keep going that way.
Yeah, follow on from the ghoul room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed?
I have no objections.
All right.
Are we near the south end of the building or no?
You're about like 2/3 of the way there.
It's probably a little bit longer than that.
Yeah.
I should have graph paper.
I have the maps up here on the screen for people too, James.
Well,
This is for us.
For you.
Yeah.
I have graph paper for me.
All right. So I think we're going to climb back down and then resume our previous exploration tasks.
Okay.
So
Why don't you guys give me, everyone who's going to keep watch, just throw some dice and give me the highest results.
Okay, I'm going to be looking for traps and stuff.
Got it.
I'll be the monster. Unsuccessfully.
Yeah, be careful. Oh boy.
Can't be worse than me.
What's our traps result?
3.
Wow. What's our monster highest result?
I got a 7.
7? Is it 7?
7 is not
Wow. Were you guys like,
I rolled two. I rolled 2 once.
I rolled a 2.
We are.
I had a little bit of food coma going on after our short rest.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, we've defeated the 3 ghouls or however many there were. What's the worst that could happen?
Our
now?
work here is done. That was the whole problem. 3 ghouls.
Overcome.
That was the whole adventure,
Right.
actually. I'm done.
So apparently, like singing Christmas carols or whistling a jaunty tune, and with your eyes closed, you start wandering around the dungeon.
I am contemplating the radiant flower.
Yeah, it's like, isn't that radiant flower so awesome?
That
So
what they're calling it these days.
Anyhow,
you heading back to the ghoul chamber then?
yeah, we're climbing back down from the 2nd floor, and then we're going to head through the door to the west.
All right, door to the west.
Yes.
You open it up, and there's a passage that goes west 20 feet, then turns south. And it's a long passage. And when you were up on top looking at the wreckage, this is kind of like the last. From what you saw up above, it looks like the passage will go south intact, turn to the east, and run along the southern outer wall, before ending in a room. So you make your way, it's like 50, 60 feet or so to the south, and the wall to the west is stone, like the outer wall is. The other wall, it actually looks like here and there, this wall has been repaired. It's also made of stone, but it's made of brick, and in some areas it looks like it's fresher construction, like someone recently repaired this wall.
No, in the last session we had seen signs of other repair back near the ghoul room as well,
Yeah,
right?
exactly,
Okay.
yeah. The corridor ends in a door to the south.
It turns east and then ends in a door to the south.
No, it went west, then went south, then ended in a door.
Yeah, we haven't quite gone that far. Well, that's where we could see from.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's what
above.
you could see from outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it ends in a door farther than
Yes.
what I hear. Okay.
Yeah. Right, somewhere. Wait.
I'd like to go.
Detail.
I'd like to go up and check the door for traps.
Go ahead.
That's better. That is a 13.
Looks clear to you.
Okay. All right. I will actually motion Tree over, and Tree, are you an elf, half elf, human? What are you? What?
I'm a human.
Right, okay.
They all look the same. Dude. It's over.
All right. They all. I can't. Well, I have a
look like
human.
your brother.
I have a human half brother. Right.
Bugbear, frost giant, or dwarf. I don't.
Question mark. I don't know. All right. So I motion you over,
You're
and
just equally
All right.
racist.
Yeah. Right. So I motion you over, and I say. I don't detect any traps on this door. Why don't you give it a listen and see if you can hear anything on the other side?
Very well. I listen.
I think he did that because he detected ear seekers in the door.
Yeah.
He cast Summon Ear Seeker.
Right.
Why don't you give us a check?
New rogue class feature. Summon your secret.
It's true to the rogue's roots.
For the
8.
You hear nothing of note. I mean, there's the halfling maybe breathing heavily. I don't know. Describe your own breathing.
There is a known mouth breather.
But
That's because I've had my nose broken so many times in bar fights.
To be clear, I do not place my ear against the door.
okay, you're like,
All right. All right. Well, if you don't hear anything, and I don't find any traps, I guess we go
Must be
through.
safe.
the door opens before you.
And I think from now on, we're gonna have my half brother here opening doors.
Because I am the big strong one.
Okay, are you gonna open this door?
I'm going to open this door.
The door opens before you.
Yay.
Conquer another conquest add to your rolls.
How many XP is opening this door worth?
Negative 5.
Oh.
Actually, you lose XP.
I'm level 4 now.
That is an actual rule in D&D. You lose XP. For
Please stop trolling people.
Can't help it. The door opens. You see a passage heading to the east, and this passage looks like it's hugging the southern end. It must be on the southern end of the outer stone wall.
Now you're just trolling James and his map making.
It's right here.
Basically, we went all the way to the south. There was a door, and now it's going to turn to the east.
Hey,
right?
I am not responsible for the player's map.
No,
right?
I understand. If we were playing this really old school, we would have just you would have gotten frustrated and taken the graph paper from us by now.
Like I did when we were playing.
Right, AD&D. Yeah. Okay,
2 years ago was that? Yeah.
so this heads to the east. Does the hallway? So is the hallway darkened ahead of us?
I'm sorry. What?
Is the hallway dark ahead of us?
Yes. Sorry. I don't. Whatever. Yes, it is.
Except for in the light spell.
Okay.
Which I'm carrying.
I thought you said literally my brain interprets is the hallway dark in beheadness. I was like, what the hell is? What are you guys doing to this game? Right? Like, oh, everyone knows that.
I do speak quickly sometimes. Sorry.
I don't know. I don't know. It's like I know you guys worked on the rules. Maybe you added something I didn't know about.
Dark of headness.
Dark in my headness.
Anyhow.
You gotta put that in the next packet.
Yeah.
It's a new condition.
Writing that in.
Applies only to corridors.
Let's just do a search and replace for wizard.
All I'm asking is, can we see down the hallway to see the features of the hall?
Yeah, it's basically your standard tertiary hallway. Your light source, light spell's 30 feet. Someone, you said looking at the guy who cast the spell.
Yeah.
Works with
20
me.
feet.
20 feet. Okay, yeah. It continues on and it's shadowy beyond that. It just looks like it's heading straight ahead. What you do see at the edge of the light though is that's kind of odd. Looks like someone has set up a trap up ahead.
Goal.
I've been right here next to you the whole time.
It looks like there's actually that's weird. It's almost as if like it's a beam of wood that's been peeled back and anchored in place. So it looks like if someone triggers the trap, it'll whip around with a bunch of spikes on it and impale someone. But the odd thing is it's like set up as if someone just walked through the southern wall. So it's like a trap set up to catch someone who you can obviously see it from the hallway.
Must be a secret door there. Like a secret door into this area, not.
Right.
If this trap were sprung, would it hit the wall?
It would hit the. It would look like yes. It looks like it hit the wall. Unless if Wriggle's supposition is correct, if there's a secret door there, presumably it would whoomp.
Can we see what kind of trigger might be on it?
It looks like from here. Now you'd have to get closer to it.
Wriggle, go check it out.
Okay.
I'll join my brother. In case I can help.
Okay.
It looks like there's like some rope and stuff from where you can see. So maybe it's some sort of like trigger, like if something gets pulled or something like that. But you can't really quite.
And didn't we decide that we'd cast light on like his
I think it was
shield?
Shield.
Right,
shield.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna accompany up there so I can actually see.
I'll go up.
Okay. Cool. All right. I'll creep up. Do I think this is? It's probably pretty crude if it's this obvious, right? Like it's just.
Yeah, it looks like it's like maybe a trap an orc would make. It's like it's if you are correct that there's a secret door here, it's relying more on someone opening a secret door and not being able to see beyond it.
Right. Okay. And on the other side of this is we think the this is going into the ruined area.
Yeah, but this hallway is complete, and when you were up on top,
this hallway is complete, but
you
like we
saw
could see out, right?
Oh no,
No, we could see out from above and see that the outside was ruined, right? Okay.
Yes, you could. When you were on top of the roof, you could see that this hallway ended in a room, all of which was intact.
Okay.
So up ahead, presumably there is a room.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to.
Is this trap blocking the hallway?
You'd have to kind of squeeze to get around it. Yeah.
I think I want to just go ahead and disarm it because we might need to make a hasty escape through a secret door later. And this is an orc
I have
trap.
a question for you.
No, I will not join your weird religion.
Very well. Do we suppose that there are enemies beyond the secret door?
It's probably to stop people from breaking in here, so I would...
Because we think the secret door is in the outer wall, right?
That's what it would look like. If there was a secret door here, it must be if
Right.
you were outside. This is how you could get inside.
Okay.
I mean, it seems like it would be as simple as going over to the other side of the trap, cutting whatever's holding the beam back, and letting it swing into the wall.
Well,
and then the
remember
trap is disabled.
we did hear the rumors of a secondary entrance into
Yeah.
into the complex.
We-
This
we-
might be the way that the assassins were getting in and out in the old times.
All right, we might need to beat feet out of here, so I'm gonna go ahead and disarm that trap if that's okay with you guys. Or
Yeah, it's-
attempt to, if I can.
Now that you've repressed, it is. You can just do it, right? So
Okay,
it looks
cool.
like there must be a secret door here because the way the rope is actually there is like a D ring in the side of in the bricks. Like someone just positioned this to. It may have been like a ring that you would use to open a secret door. Like, and actually now that you think, well, I think there's a secret door here. There is a secret door here. It's don't bother rolling. And it looks like whatever would have been a handle, the rope has been tied around it. So if someone was to open it,
okay.
it would pop the spiked plank and it would swing right
Got it.
across the entryway.
When Wriggle says he wants to disarm it, I say, grain in the silo is better than grain in the field.
That's
Cryptic.
cryptic.
In a hurry drinks tea with a fork.
I'm
Nice.
freaked out by all these weird things, so I will cut the rope if I can,
Yeah.
and then just make note of the door in case we need to
Very easy, yeah.
hurry out later.
Yeah. Yeah. So it just takes like a minute or two of work, but it's pretty easy to dismantle the trap.
All right, then I think we continue down the hall, right?
And you can see from where you're standing, the hall is going to turn to the north, about 20 feet beyond the trap. And that would kind of, from what you saw from the outside, it's probably going to turn north, and the room will be beyond to the east. So.
Okay. All right. Well, unless anybody has any objections, I think we head that way.
All right. As you figured would happen, the hallway turns to the north, and you can see after about another 20 feet, there's a door to the east, and the hallway comes to an end.
All right, I'll sneak up to it and check it for traps
Yep.
if I can.
Go for it.
14.
I don't detect anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
When we were looking down from above, did we see any rooms in the vacant area?
No. It's all just rubble.
I just want to make sure we're missing secret doors somewhere.
Rubble without a cause.
And the open area
has a
you
cause,
saw
the temple
extended
burned out.
about maybe 2/3 of the way across. So it looks like the main gate directly south from there is like there's an inner wall, an inner stone wall that bisects this place. So the main gate to the east from there is beyond an interior stone wall. So don't just don't, right? Just stop, right?
Don't look at Mike with those sad puppy
I know,
dog
right?
eyes, James.
As Rodney learned, I have like zero like tolerance for like patience for trying to draw it. Just take my word for it. If you can't draw it, it's cool. Like just draw a line right down the middle and you're good.
Right down the middle.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay,
right?
cool.
The gate's somewhere. It's not. It's to the right of the line, and you're good.
Okay, so I don't find any traps on this door, so I think
I'll give it a pull.
Shall I?
we let this guy. I don't know. You're freaking me out with all your haikus and platitudes. So
The so-called wisdom of you northern.
Would you like an apple?
Would those be haikuitudes?
haikuitudes? I don't think that's a word, but it is now.
This is like Koatoa.
Anyhow, so I step aside and let my brother open the door.
All right, the door slides open, and you see a chamber. It's about 20 feet east-west, 30 feet north-south, and it is just bare empty. But like other areas of this complex, it looks like someone went to the effort to repair the walls here. And it's fresh stonework. There's no opening above you. There's fresh beams and wood laid down.
Are there any obvious doors out of this room?
No.
And is the second floor intact here? Like there's a ceiling?
The ceiling is, and
above
the
us?
ceiling looks like it's new. Like
So
someone-
now every time we go into a room, I'm gonna be like, all right, are there ghouls up there? No, okay.
That's a good policy.
You enact that policy when you walk into work every day.
Yeah, it is a good.
Are there ghouls up there? No.
We're all safely on the fourth floor.
Yeah.
All right, so we will, or I will go into the room. Are there any obvious exits from the room?
No.
So why repair a room and then leave it empty?
Yeah.
In
No,
the haunted
I'm sick of this old school. Beepity bleep. No.
I think we should search for secret doors or trap doors or something like that.
Ceiling, walls, floors, anything that.
It's room is in your guys' head, isn't it?
It is.
It's like a little grain of sand.
It's the last room. It should have all the stuff.
What is your obsession with my hidden cabinet of forbidden mystery? That's forbidden cabinet of mystery. That's right.
All right, I'm gonna just you guys case through. You don't find anything.
Okay.
Because we could spend half hour internet land watching these guys search this room.
Fascinating.
Fast
So
forward.
With our
just to,
rolls?
just to
Yeah, it would take.
just to be clear, Tree was just going to watch the hallway we came down.
I look at the next brick. Does it look different from the others? No. I look
So-
at the next brick.
Roughly how many bricks are new?
Actually, it's weird. It's a prime number. I'm not sure which prime number it is. But
3. Okay. Anyhow, so if the whole way since we left the ghoul room, we actually haven't seen any other exits than the ones we've gone through, right?
Nope,
And the
just-
secret door, obviously.
just the presumable secret door, which you didn't. No one specified they're opening the secret door to be.
Right, we
fair,
did.
so
Yeah, we didn't.
okay, yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
but we suspect that leads out of this entire
oh, yeah.
complex, right?
Well, we did see that way down, scrolling down the wall
Yeah.
above.
Yeah, I feel like. I mean, I said I wanted to go as far as our path would take us, and we've done that. So,
This might be a good place to rest later if we need to.
and it's a good point.
That's why they repaired it.
It's so adventurous.
What if somebody breaks in here and starts killing our guys? Well, they'll need a place to rest.
It's for anybody to use after fighting ghouls.
Right.
Because they couldn't clear out the ghoul problem until we came along.
Okay. All right.
It's an elaborate ruse to their adventurers to come here to clear out the ghouls that are.
They've lured us here as exterminators. Okay, I think we go back to the ghoul room, climb up to the second floor, and then climb down that rubble we saw into the ruined courtyard.
So,
Okay.
so somebody suggests that, I guess. Yeah.
And that's what I'm suggesting. I'm doing that now.
Oh, okay.
I'm role playing.
It's happening right now, real time.
Okay. I see.
All right.
The open flower is the only way to gain nectar.
Thank you.
Chris Sims, everybody. he brings it to the table. He's ready.
That's right.
I don't know, the way my brain
It
is working
says
today, maybe you
aphorisms
should have read
involving
the
plants.
disclaimer about adult language.
I don't think you
true.
just want to swear. James Wyatt just gotta go blue.
Vulgar care. All right, so I think we do that, and
All
we
right.
go back to the rubble and climb down.
All right, takes a
Leave
few
it to the
minutes.
theologically trained.
You clamber up, then clamber back down. So you're standing in the ruined courtyard.
Hey, I didn't say I was standing in the room.
You're lying. You're
I slither down on my belly.
You're I took 3 ranks in recumbent Tai Chi.
I'm standing.
Okay, you're standing on someone else. Sorry, it's Friday.
Sure is.
It's probably a lot of people like, show us the rules, damn it. But, we're just playing D&D. We're just playing D&D.
All right, anyhow.
So you can see now that you're at the bottom of the pile of rubble, having walked down. There is one wall. It's like it sort of bisects this area. That's mostly intact. Looks to me the outline of a couple of rooms. The floor here is actually it's dirt, so it looks like maybe this was like an interior courtyard or something like that. And you can see now, as you're looking out across that wall, there's like a humanoid shape. A couple of them actually look like they're gathering in a small group directly east of you, on the far side of the courtyard.
Does it seem like they've seen us?
Yeah, it seems like they kind of reacted to your presence. It's hard to say from
We
here.
didn't
Flowers
actually
dead.
really make a lot of effort to sneak, so.
Right.
Like it almost like there's 4 of them now, and they've gathered like in a small group with like 3 of them forming like an outer ring, and then 1 a bit behind them.
Huh.
And yeah,
And-
they're standing there motionless.
Interesting.
Are they actually? Did we see them move at all?
You saw them kind of like almost like as if they're arranging themselves.
Okay.
And can we make out any details, or are they just sort of dark silhouettes
It's
at this
dark
point?
and it's kind of far
Okay.
away. Yeah.
Whereas we are standing here in a nice big circle of light,
Yeah.
like a spotlight.
Do. Perhaps these are our potential new allies. Come to escort us through the rest of the keep building.
Why don't we go
Thing.
over and ask? You first.
Let's see here. Wisdom. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I'm a halfway charismatic chap. Maybe I can.
If you go first, I'll follow behind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
as
mean.
you're talking, they don't seem to be reacting to you.
Okay.
Talking.
All right. Why don't we head over there like and not look threatening, just like we're.
I doubt they're ghouls, because ghouls probably.
Yeah, they probably would have jumped us by now, and yeah. Okay.
So they'd be carrying you off.
Right.
Yeah.
But why don't you guys sort of be ready for anything?
Anything?
Anything.
Anything?
Be ready for cupcakes.
Ready for cupcakes, a fight, trivia contest,
Fight.
free tickets to like the next big movie.
Okay,
fight.
so we. I think the two of us are gonna walk over there. I mean, I assume you guys are coming with.
Yes, I am coming with you.
Cool.
All right, so you make your way across
All
the
right,
rubble.
we do that.
As you draw closer, you see the four figures as your light source draws near to them. Three of them closest to you are actually orcs. They're wearing orcish armor, and they look at you as orcs, but they are looking at you. They're standing upright a bit, and they're looking at you intently, almost with like a strangely vacant look in their eyes. And beyond them, there's another figure dressed in thick robes. The cowl of the robe hangs well over the figure's face. The robes hang well past the figure's hands, and the bottom hem of the robe drops far past the figure's feet, obscuring any sign other than just a vaguely humanoid outfit.
What color are the robes?
The robes are dark gray.
And the orcs don't attack us when we walk up.
No.
Interesting.
Keep approaching.
Yeah. And when we, I don't want to have to yell, but when we get,
Do the orcs look like they're in an actively defensive posture?
No, they're
like
just
guarding
kinda
the guy behind them?
well, they look sort of strangely stiff.
So
right?
They look kind of vacant.
I would like to really look at the orcs and see if they're like
They aren't even reacting to your
Like-
approach.
are they enchanted or something? Maybe.
They're just sort of like looking, not like that. Okay, sorry. It's like in the suddenly aware thousands of people are watching. The they're looking past you, like almost like they were statues. Like if you,
Are they
they're
illusionary?
they're standing kind of stiff. They're not really reacting to you. They almost look like they're like offline. If you guys knew what that meant. And
Right. Yeah, okay.
Are they illusory? Since I suspect that they might be illusory, can I make some sort of check to see if they are?
why don't you give me? Yeah, sure. Why don't you? I assume maybe you can
Make a wisdom check.
make a wisdom check. See if you.
8.
They are as real as they come.
I think it's like the third 4 you've rolled.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because these dice are fire.
D20s go above 4.
Okay, so once we get close enough that I don't have to yell at them, I'm going to basically put on my genial face and basically say, "Hello there, friend. We are looking for someone who might be able to give us a little more information about this area here."
So when you start talking, the orcs move, and it's almost as if whatever's controlling them, like their muscles are moving, almost as if something is like pulling on them more than like the muscle
Like
controlling.
marionettes.
Yeah, and as you walk up close, they sort of turn and their skin shifts and turns, and they turn into copies of you. But they're standing tall, and with the tattoos and everything.
My brothers! So good to see.
And the
I'm so
rogue
confused
figure
right now.
comes forward.
I didn't tell you about our 3 other brothers, my 3 identical quadruplet brothers.
Who are twice your height?
No.
Or do they get short?
Wait, what?
I assume they get
No,
short like
they're
me.
still the same size.
So the same height, but they look like me.
Yeah, and they're still wearing the orc uniforms. And the robed figure speaks. Perhaps there is an accord we could come to. Those of 4 faces.
There's 4 of us, right? Okay.
Many faces has perhaps for 4 faces. Bargain to make.
You guys are infiltrating the orcs of the temple and killing the orcs.
When you say that, they actually, the word infiltrate, they all shift and turn, and they look like the orcs again, and their faces like a rook just like snarl at you, but again, it looks at that fake look on it. One does not infiltrate one's home.
The orcs have moved into your home, so you are disguising yourselves as orcs in order to kill them from inside.
They shift back to become copies of you.
Oh, that's creepy.
That's creepy. Do they like you?
Those of 4 faces have understood what those of many faces have faced.
What would you like us to do?
If you would seek to throw your lot in, with the we of many faces, then you will bring to us the priestess of this place who has usurped our position, so that her face may become one of many faces. And they shift and all turn, the three in front of you. They become a human female with long dark hair, kind of stringy though, and with a jagged scar across her face. And kind of like a husky, like warriors, like some like really like strong sort of build. With her face amongst our faces, this place shall be ours again.
Well, I assure you, we are no friend of the orcs that inhabit this place. But I wouldn't be a very good captain if I didn't ask what was in it for us.
They shift again to that kind of angry orc aspect.
Can I stop you there for 1 second? Does my character know whether doppelgangers are evil?
I don't know. Does your character know if doppelgangers are evil?
Well, he has forbidden lore, religious lore, political lore.
You know that doppelgangers are generally, well, these guys are not acting like doppelgangers. I mean, doppelgangers don't normally, like, the orcs are acting very strange. Like, doppelgangers are humanoids, right? If a doppelganger looks like an orc, it just looks like an orc. These guys are, like, they almost seem like they're puppets that are moving and changing and shifting. And you haven't seen anything. The creature in the back, it's the only one who's talking. You've only seen the robes.
So anyways, I did ask, like, what we get in exchange for helping them.
When you say that, they shift into the angry, the orc, the snarling, and the robe figure sort of raises its hands, and then they shift and it looks like they become this paunchy, overweight, shorter, older man. And bargain, perhaps you will dine with many faces. And all of them kind of give that sort of forced smile. Like there's something more pulling on the edges of their lips. And they kind of like lean back and forth. This almost again like this faux imperious like trying to stiffen themselves up. But again, it almost looks like there's marionette strings pulling them up. This is not a natural bargain strike.
I'm no stranger to the art of the bargain, but I've yet to hear your offer.
Our offer is that which you seek within this place. And the three figures again shift to become emaciated humans. One is a human, one is an elf. The other one, the third one's a human. They look badly beaten and bruised.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but the reason we were sent here was basically to find out what was going on, or did we have like
you're trying to find if this is actually the headquarters of the slavers,
right,
and to free any slaves you can.
Right. Okay.
And all of them, as they shift their fate, you can see the orc armor they're wearing, but you can see bruises and cuts and scars along their arms.
And we have
has a
seen
black eye.
zero signs of slaves
correct.
here so far, right? Interesting. Okay.
Here for the captives you are. Why am I talking like you? Oh, whatever.
How do you know that? Many faces.
This is many faces' home, and many eyes see many things and see all. Why else would those from beyond the city come here?
How do you know we're from beyond the city?
And the creatures again, they all shift, and they become a elf, and they're kind of again. I gave them that forced smile again.
Yeah.
Many faces has many eyes. It sees far beyond the walls of this place.
Also, we don't look like anybody else that is normally here. It's usually orcs.
Is that an elf face that we recognize? That we ran across earlier in our travels?
All right. Then I will say to him, very well, if we help you and do as you ask, what we demand is that the...
When you say demand, they get stripped back and kind of give you that fake smile.
Let me handle this, brother. What we demand is that you allow us to take with us all of the slaves and prisoners herein.
When you do that, they shift back to copies of you. Four faces make a very reasonable offer. Bring us the priestess, bring her alive, and we will help you. Many faces has seen many things. Many things, if these are your enemies, which we can help you with.
I think that sounds
I
like
have one
a lot
more
better.
request. Since I'd like to expand my knowledge, what are you?
We are many faces. And they each shift to become copies of you. And they shift to become copies of him. Then each shifts to become a copy of...
I mean below the robes. What are you?
I am many faces. Perhaps you wish to enter the robe and learn and become one with us. Then you will know.
No, thank you.
Are you sure?
Well, that's not creep-tastic or anything.
We are never lonely in here. We know no pain. We know no sorrow. We know all emotions at once. And it is
Do you
a
know the
glorious
radiant
end.
flower?
Yes, we do. And they shift again. They become a very pale-looking young half-elf looking at you. We have met many. All are welcome within the domain of many faces. Are you sure you do not wish to join?
No, actually. But
Wait, no, you don't wish to join, or no, you're not sure?
I'm not sure.
Wow, you just got creepy too.
Let's go find this priestess.
Yeah.
Add your face to our chorus.
Do you know where we might find her?
She is beyond to the east from the
Shove.
temple. Use caution. There are many orcs, more than our faces can talk past or fight past.
What is your name? Just many faces?
We are many faces. We do not need a name. We are all. We are the one and the many.
It's a very strange creature. I say aloud.
Hem. I sort of shove you aside and say, well, many faces, it sounds like we have a bargain. You say that she's to the east of here in the temple, yes?
Yes.
Can you give us any better directions than that?
What more directions do you need?
Very well.
Can you give us any further aid?
Yes, you could join us. The many faces.
Do you know of a door?
You seem
or
incapable
path?
of solving this problem yourself. Therefore, why would I join with you to solve your problem?
We are too few, but perhaps if you find yourself in need, you will join with us.
Yeah, we'll just keep that in our back pocket. All right, so
It's intriguing.
From where we are, I mean, we've kind of moved out. We came in from sort of the northern edge of this ruined area, and we're kind of off in the center of it now.
Yeah.
Or okay, can we see any exits?
No. The figure then says, "Bring us the priest, and she will become one with us, and all that she commands will dance to our tune." This is our counsel to you. Alive.
Right. Yeah. Could you just point us towards the way to the temple? That'd be great.
They
said
turn
to
and
the east.
they look like they become humans again. The three of them. They look like a stern schoolmaster looking at you to the east,
Okay.
south of the main gate.
Oh.
There is the main temple.
Okay. Well.
Be forewarned, they are well armed, and there are many of them.
Well, companions, perhaps it's time for us to head to the east and leave this fine person thing behind. So, we'll be back with the priestess, and then you'll help us get the slaves out. Yes?
Oh yes.
Excellent.
We will all help you get the slaves out.
Fantastic. It's been great bargaining with you. Come along, fellas. Come along. Come along.
It's not a person.
Come along.
I will follow, walking backwards slowly, keeping an eye on the creep fist.
So I think we're climbing back up the rubble again, then. Yes.
Is that the only way out of this place?
That's what it looks
All
like.
we've seen so far.
We're far
if
enough
you want to
away-
hang out and start searching, that's cool.
Right.
When we're far enough away, I said, I don't want to bring the priestess to this creature.
Well-
Even if she is our enemy.
Why? We need to get the slaves, and they can help us get the slaves. That's our goal.
This creature, we should not aid this creature.
Well, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
We know that the slavers right now pose a direct threat to us and are directly opposed to our goals. Many Faces may be creepy and mysterious, but has not shown itself to be directly in opposition to our goals. I'm happy to
What it has
aid
shown
it
itself
against our enemies.
What it has shown itself to be is too weak to accomplish its own goals. I don't wish to aid it.
But with the priestess incorporated into it, then it can command this entire place to do its will.
Exactly.
It's not harmful to us.
You know, we might have to kill it later. I'm not going to take that off the table here, fellas, right? But in the meantime, we've got slaves to rescue and, more immediately, a priestess to find. So I say we go find the priestess, bring her back, get their help in freeing the slaves, and then if we got to kill it later, we'll sail under that bridge when we come to it. Yeah?
Sounds good to me.
I'm not shouting that across the courtyard, by the way.
We might have to kill you later.
No.
Freak!
But anyways, so, I mean,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, we will have this discussion when it is more relevant.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not afraid to have this discussion with my knife later, right? That's fine.
Hey, knife, what should I do?
Excuse me. So,
You should go get ice cream.
I like this plan.
so I guess we climb back up the rubble we came down originally. And where are we going to gain access to the east? Because we didn't really.
Well, there was the main gate. There was also there was a side passage going east,
Oh, okay. That we haven't.
just north of the Sundew room.
Here,
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm thinking we should go
I've
back.
pretty much given up on that.
Yeah, you should. I'm thinking we go back there.
I have to imagine, people who can actually see the map are looking at my schematic.
Yeah, good enough. It's good enough.
Your chicken scratch. It's great, James. I love it.
Thanks, Rodney.
No problem.
I appreciate your effort to
I've got your
assuage
back.
my feelings.
All right.
You kept going up like you're trying to draw the gate wherever you want it to be, and I'm like, that's not where it goes, but that's fine. It needs to go to the
Well, if you
right.
can give a decent description.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not here for my head.
Suddenly, a giant stone block kills James's character. All right. So I think we're gonna go back to the room where we killed the plant. What'd you call it? The sun something.
Sundew.
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 Right.
It's like a honeydew, don't it?
Okay. So we go back to the room with the
Lots of
sundew,
honeydew.
and then we are gonna head back to the east, right?
Yep.
All right. So given that we're gonna be going back through, a large portion of this keep, maybe we should make some effort to be a little sneakier.
That's a great plan.
Where are you right now? Sorry, were you gonna just go walk past the Sundew thing?
So I figure we're having this conversation in the ghoul room when
Got
we
it.
climb back up the rubble.
Sounds good.
Is the Sundew dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I thought you watched the video.
So if we're
I didn't watch the whole thing.
so if we're gonna use
God, more. This game sucks. I can't
Yeah.
have to play D&D with these jerks.
They're not having anything at all.
so if we're gonna do our normal exploration tasks and everything for the trip back, since I don't have to look for traps or anything, I'm gonna be focusing on sneaking
Okay.
and trying to make our group sneaky.
Sure. Give me a sneak check. Give me a dexterity check to sneak.
Right.
We also left this area up here unexplored, right?
That's correct.
That's where a lot of the orcs were, I thought.
What'd you get?
I got 19.
19.
19.
Anyone who's keeping watch, go ahead and give me a wisdom check so I can see how easy it is to surprise you.
17! I
Wow.
rolled over a 4.
I think
at
that what I
you.
said last time is that I was particularly focused on watching behind us.
Yep.
I'm not sure that's quite. Oh,
13.
I hope that's not necessary anymore because I got a 4.
Okay. So yeah, outside of the Sundew room, there's a passage going to the north and a passage going to the east.
I think if we make it back to the Sundew room without being interrupted, we're gonna head to the east, right?
Okay.
Yes. We need to head to these. Okay.
So Wriggle is sneaking, so you're probably a little bit ahead of the group. The
And basically what I'm trying to do is not only keep myself quiet, but also, like, if I'm moving along and I see, like, some debris on the floor, like, move it out of the way so I can help
how does
people
that
out.
work now? If you're sneaking when you're
Basically, what we've done is sneak preview of the upcoming exploration rules is right now. When you do a task, you're basically doing it to help the entire group. So, like, I can sneak, and not only am I sneaking, but it's also helping the entire party sneak.
So
right?
am I using your check to be the DC to find everyone in the group, or just you, or how does that-
Yeah, everybody right now.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, like, when the people are keeping watch, they are, that's to surprise them, just like it was before.
Yeah, I figured that was what it was before.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure. Okay, so you are sneaking.
Basically,
so
you take actions on behalf of the entire group.
when you open the door to the north of the Sundew room, you can see there is a group of orcs coming south down the passage, and you spot that they are marching down in a loose group. There are 6 of them, and they're moving kind of cautiously. And one of them is carrying a torch, And what's odd is all of them are wearing a number of different holy symbols around their necks.
Like
a guy,
multiple, like
yes,
each one is wearing multiple holy
yeah.
symbols.
And they're just eyes darting. They're starting to move to the south. They're moving kind of slowly, they're looking around.
So as if they think the holy symbols are going to protect them from the many faces.
One like bumps into another, and that one turns like shoves it back.
And so am I saying this since I'm kind of ahead of everybody else?
Yep.
Or okay.
They don't seem to have noticed, like, you're looking through the doorway.
Right.
Presumably, they don't.
Right.
They're just kind of walking along.
Okay, I'm going to pull back a little bit and warn these guys that that's what I'm seeing, and then I'm going to. I think we should wait here and see where they go.
Yep.
All right.
And so basically, what we can do is we can set an ambush here in the Sundew room.
So if they come,
in here, we ambush them. If they don't, then we follow them and see where they go.
Yep.
But if they go,
Well, if they go west, then we just let them go.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what you hear, like, dum, dum, dum. They're not trying to be sneaky. They just they move. And
But they look like they were being cautious, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
how many were there?
6.
We encountered some orcs outside, right?
Yeah, it's like 5 of them.
So this is like another patrol going out on duty, relieving the ones we killed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we just wait in the Sundew room then.
You hear them march to the west.
All right.
And then you hear kind of like the babble of voices after, like, nobody hears the orcs.
Once they're outside, right?
Is that where they discovered the bodies that we left behind?
No, we hid those
we
bodies.
cleaned up?
Yeah. And
Remember, though, you found in the stables the half-orcs that you convinced to leave.
right.
And it sounds like they're arguing amongst themselves or something in that room.
Oh, like they were expecting the half elves to be there, or the half orcs to be there.
We meat pies.
So, are they somewhere where we could lock them out of this place? Like bar the door?
Have we seen any like locks or anything on these doors so far?
Not so far. They could also, the layout, they could always just go around and go to the main gate.
Yeah. Yeah. At best, that would delay them. Yeah, I think
we
we
just move quickly.
Yeah, I think we just head down the eastern passage.
I think we should wait one more minute because they might turn around and come right back in saying to report that something weird is going on.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, so we'll give it another minute or so.
Just listen to the noise and see if it moves closer or goes away.
You hear it come closer, and some like low voices, and then it moves to the east, as if they're going down the east passageway.
Try to follow him now.
I think so.
All right, following them.
Yeah.
All right, you cautiously and quietly. Is there dissension in the ranks? Are you not following?
No, I'm following.
Okay.
I'm just uncertain about this because, it's a patrol that could run into other creatures and then we could be...
Well, what we can do is, I think as we'll just make our marching order so that I'm a little bit ahead of everybody else, and I can warn you guys if they double back or something like that.
Okay.
We could even string out you first and then me a little ways behind you and then the less stealthy people behind me.
Sure.
So you follow them. You say about 20, 30 feet behind them. They're heading to the east.
Do we need to cancel our light spell? Or can we even cancel our light spell?
Oh, yeah, I assumed you were already.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Like, oh, guys.
Yeah, it's tough to sneak if we don't do that, but...
It's pretty dark in here, but your eyes adjust to the gloom, and you have your friends to lead you along. The orcs are marching kind of quickly to the east. You're able to stay within about 30 or so feet of them. And this is, if you're following along at home the map, I have to modify the map a bit because there's a funny thing of when this is in a tournament module, like this map actually doesn't make any sense when you don't run it as a tournament module. So I'm improvising a little bit here. But I had planned on this, it doesn't count. The passage turns to the south and then turns back to the east, and the orcs are still moving ahead. But when you turn to the east, you can see light ahead. And James, based on like your sense when you recon this area, this must be up ahead, a chamber that connects to, say, something attached to the main gate. And there's a babble of orcish voices, and sounds like there's a number of orcs up ahead, and you hear orcs speaking in loud voices back and forth to each other, excitedly.
Seemed like a larger number than the 5 that we're following down the passage.
Oh yeah, like a bunch more than that.
Oh.
And there's a bright light up ahead. The room is well lit.
Well,
There were a bunch of orcs at the main gate, so clearly they're reporting that something's going on.
Right.
Maybe a larger group of them will go back to the east to check it out, and we'll have fewer left behind at the gate.
Yeah, but if they go back to the west to check it out,
They're running into
They're gonna come right through us. Yeah.
If we can duck away somewhere.
Is there anywhere we can go that's not directly ahead to that light?
Not that you've seen.
And we could hurry up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, no. You passed a door. If you
I go back and listen to that door while the battling's going on.
I make a wisdom check. Listen.
15.
You don't hear anything other than like the vague babble now of the orcish voices.
Should I
Sounds kind of like they're arguing or something.
should I check it out and see if we can safely hide in there?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go back and check that door for traps.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. I get a 20.
Yeah. No. It looks
Okay.
clear.
All right. Then I'll crack the door open.
It's a room. It's about 20 by 20 or so,
Okay.
and there's a bunch of like rubble and stuff piled up in here. It
Okay.
looks like it's just
Can the four of us fit in here?
Yeah. You can.
In the
Alright.
other exit.
Okay. Why don't we hide in here and then wait and see if the orcs come back?
Leave the
Alright.
door cracked just a little
Yeah,
bit.
just a
You
smidge.
cracked. You hear the clank and clatter. It sounds like a gate being opened to the east of you, and other than that, I mean, there's like presumably a stone wall between you and there. You don't hear much more, but the gate was pretty loud as they opened it.
We give it a couple minutes and see if people will come back down this hall.
They're probably sending patrols out to see what happened to those guys.
Maybe.
Which is good, because that means fewer.
Yeah, fewer orcs here.
After they said about a minute, how long were you waiting?
We'll give it like 5 minutes.
No one else comes back down the hallway.
Should I go check it out?
Yes. Go see if the bees have left the hive.
All right, I will. I'm going to sneak down the hallway and basically towards the lighted area.
Okay.
And I'm trying to sneak close enough to peer into that area and see.
I have your sneak result from before, so
Oh, okay, you want to use that?
I'll follow a short distance behind.
Okay.
Or,
Okay.
sorry, not real short, but
Right.
in case he gets in any trouble, I can get
Well, how far is it going? Because we shouldn't be strung out a long distance.
Oh, don't ask me. I mean,
How far is it from here to the lighted area?
oh, so like how far is it?
Yeah, how
We're
far?
gonna go a mile.
How far is it from the
It's
safe
about-
room to the?
Like, follow the passage is by 50, 60 feet.
I want to
Alright,
go
we
up.
could probably stay behind them.
Yeah, that's probably fine.
All right, so you creep up. You see a very large room. It's about 50 feet in each direction. There's a big cart, which you can see in profile with a couple orcs on it. It looks like a mantlet on wheels with a metal contraption of some sort mounted behind the shield, and a steel pipe projecting up that contraption through the mantlet, like an artillery piece. Kind of.
Right. We saw this in the courtyard last week, right?
Behind the
James
gate.
did.
You did, yeah.
Rakesh did. There are the bunch of orcs in the room, maybe about let's see, maybe a dozen or so. They're all kind of moving around in a hubbub. There's a couple half orcs who look like they are in charge here. They're barking out orders and all that. There's a couple doors that are open that orcs are kind of moving back and forth through on the north wall. And there's the main gate. 2 doors on each side of the gate. Those doors are open. Orcs are moving back and forth through them. There's a door to the east, and there's big set of double doors to this on the southern wall, directly across from the gate.
And they just appear to be milling about in here.
They look like they have the cart they're moving around, like so that the iron pipe points towards the gate. There's a couple orcs look like they're strapping armor on. There are 2 half orcs, and there are about, let's see, 1 second here. There's about 8 orcs and 2 half orcs. And the gate is open.
Can we take them?
That means some of them definitely went out the gate.
Yeah. Can I see the gate mechanism?
Yeah, it's just on the far side.
It's just like a crank and a chain? Or?
No, actually, you cannot see it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my bad.
What are the other than the main gate leading out? What are the exits to the room again?
There are the 2 doors, one each on each side of the gate. Door to the east, double doors to the south.
The ones on each side of the gate. Do I think that might be something like leading into a gatehouse or something like that?
Presumably.
Okay. All right, I'll creep back to these guys and let them know what I saw. I haven't seen any other way east except through that area, so.
I think we gotta do it.
When we were on the roof earlier, Did we see any holes in the roof on the eastern side?
Remember that there was a big stone. It basically was like bisecting.
None of us speak Orcish.
So you couldn't see the upper end of this. And actually, I'm sorry, from here you would see it's a vaulted ceiling, so it looks like it goes all the way up to the top. And unlike the rest of the other side, this isn't. It's stone. It's all the way through. So, so it looks like where the other side was 2 floors of wooden buildings built inside of the stone shell. This is just a big stone room. So
And what was creating all the light in the main area?
there's torches.
Okay. Well, there's a part of me that wants to recklessly go in and stab things, but there's a lot of them.
Is there a way we can lure more out?
Or we could run into the room, acting like we're panicked, and say, "Quick, close the gate."
To what end?
Travis isn't there with them.
Oh, I see.
Damn harsh. Like they just basically like.
No. I'm trying to figure out what we're trying to.
Well, they've obviously sent some people out, although they could be
Right.
in the
courtyard or
tower doors or those doors.
Yeah.
So
Well, what I'm thinking is that probably through one of the doors next to the gate is the gatehouse that controls the actual gate mechanism. So if one of us can get in there and close the gate, that would at least keep them from reinforcing themselves.
How
Or we can try and draw them through into this corridor through the bottleneck and basically use that to our advantage.
I worry about drawing them back because I'd be afraid that the ones who stay behind go and fetch reinforcements.
Yeah,
Whereas if we run right into the midst of them, it's harder for them to do that.
keeping them from getting away.
Right.
Yeah.
But how far out into the open would you have to go in order to get to one of the doors on either side of the gate?
You would have to go. Well, the main trick is like the one closest to you because they're
Yeah.
flanking gates. It's only about 10 feet, but the trick is the orcs are moving back and forth through that area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any chance of
There's no
sneaking
cover.
because they're.
You would, yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
as it is right now, barring any distraction or change in their patterns. It looks like there's a couple, and it looks like they're getting armor and weapon. They're kind of moving back and forth.
I think we should
They're getting ready.
jump them while they're still getting ready.
That's going to be basically into our subtlety in this keep.
we could claim that the many faces is coming for them.
All right, I'm okay with jumping in. Brother.
I think that if we're going to fight them, we should attempt a ruse that at least puts them off balance for a moment. Although I
You got
guess I guess a surprise attack.
I mean,
would be-
yeah. Do you have anything big and flashy you can do?
I'm not flashy.
Okay. You're a druid or cleric?
Cleric.
Cleric. That's right. You're a monk, right? Okay. Well, you don't have anything. You don't have any flashy spells prepared. Okay. Well, then I think screaming fighters and monks and halflings are about as surprising as we can get.
Is the plan charge?
I think it's something very much like that.
I think the plan. So I think we should take advantage of our surprise at the very least, and maybe I use ranged attacks. Are you okay?
You hear as you're kind of talking, like clank, 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 clank. Sounds like the gate's being closed.
Staying closed? Okay. Well, I'm glad we had this little conversation because at least then the gate's closed.
Well, we need to see what's there now.
Well, yeah. But I think we're. It's not possible the situation's changed while we've been setting our
40
plans.
orcs.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
60 men guarding the gate.
All right. Well, then I think what we do is we launch our initial attacks while we have surprise, and then fall.
You mean after you go see what's there and then come back and tell us?
Yeah, sure. Okay. I guess I creep back down the hall and investigate the new
And
situation.
I'm not sure surprise is going to be a huge advantage given that they're obviously preparing for something.
Yeah.
All right, one sec.
They might not expect it to come from this direction.
Okay.
All right, 1 second here. Okay, so
Well, Mike, okay, it's just how screwed we are.
yeah, right. Okay, that's the. So you creep back, take a look in. It looks like the doors on the sides, like the doors that flank the gate, have been closed. You know, the gate itself has also been closed.
Right.
The weird artillery thing is still pointing directly at the gate, and the door to the east has been opened. And you see 2 fewer orcs by your count.
Things are better. All right. I creep back and tell these guys that. I'm like, all right,
Let's go
fellas, let's go do this thing.
Wait,
Okay.
What does the weird artillery thing look like? And can it be turned around?
It's on wheels.
What is it?
Do you have any idea how to operate it?
I have no
I think
idea.
that might be a fun thing to explore once the orcs are dead.
I concur.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Unless somebody finds themselves with nothing particular to do on a given round of combat and wants to wheel it around to point at the east door or something.
Give me 1 second here. So I can get my stat blocks out.
And it turns out it actually fires the opposite direction than what we
Yeah.
think.
That's orc engineering for you.
They hired some gnomes stuff.
Yeah, we'll make you artillery. Load it from this end and press this button.
All right. So, is your general plan charge?
I think what we want to do is, at least I want to be firing from the door with my short bow at the beginning, so that I can, take one out from range.
Shall I bless us?
I wouldn't be sad.
Nor would I.
Lay the blessings of the radiant flower upon us.
Say, may the radiance of the radiant flower guide your bloodthirsty actions.
All right. Figure out what all that razzmatazz means.
So everybody gets a D4 to any D20 roll, basically.
This
For 10 minutes until no, it's not, probably not a
I think
D20.
it's attack rolls.
It's attack rolls.
Attack rolls or saving
Oh,
throws.
saving throws.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll take that.
That's saucy.
What's you spelled right now?
We
Concentration
win,
up to 10
actually.
minutes, you get to add a D4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Damn, sounds a little too good to me. To be easier. I say it's +1 to my attacks. Developed.
Developed.
Alright, let me just roll some. Since cells are going to fight, I'm just going to pre-roll some initiatives here.
Of course. Really, Greg? -1 to initiative.
I have +5.
Alright.
You are a monk. You should be awesome.
Rakesh, what'd you get?
18.
Okay. Wriggle, what'd you get?
I should roll my dice, shouldn't I? I got a 12.
Okay. Tree, what'd you get?
2.
That's more like it.
Thankfully, we get a surprise round.
Idiar, what'd you get?
Hopefully.
12 and Wriggle goes faster.
It's like a law of the universe, right? For any group of players greater than one, someone will tie initiative. What's your modifier?
No, I'm going to go first.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, what is your? No, I still need to know your modifier because there are 4 people going on 12.
You might not need another
Mine's
modifier.
plus,
They might be
mine's
dead.
+4.
Yeah.
I assume
The
yours.
current
Okay,
rules actually
I'll-
have a very nice section on resolving ties. It's no longer comparing modifiers and rolling off
What
ties.
is it?
It's basically the DM. Well, players decide among themselves who, if players are tied, they decide.
Oh, okay.
And the DM decides between players and monsters.
Oh well.
I always just let the players go first. Yeah.
Nice DM. Evil DM.
Come on.
I mean, that's the way it works at the table most of the time.
Yeah,
Anyway.
All right. Well, first, what we're going to say. Okay, so
It's not like
you were
the
speaking
players are
before.
gonna know that he's
First thing I'm going to figure out is. Okay. What is your plan of attack?
I think we start. I'm going to shoot an arrow from the door. I don't know about
Okay.
you guys, but
So you're up front.
okay.
Oh.
Where are you?
I'll be right next to him.
Yeah, we're gonna be right behind him.
So
Leading
you're
off
all
with
going to
the
be
crossbow.
okay. So this is your awesome plan, right? Like, okay, come and tell us these. How can these guys possibly find us? Well, sometimes the DM rolls an at 20. So as you're approaching, you line up the perfect shot. And you get ready to fire. There's an orc. Who are you shooting at? The orc or the half orc? There's a half orc.
I would be attacking one of the half orcs.
Okay. There is like the one half orc who looks like he's in charge. He's standing up by the gate, like right in front of the gate, kind of peering out. And he's totally in perfect profile for you. And you pull back and fire at him. It's fucking idiot orc. Sorry, Internet. It's complete idiot orc. Opens the door, and your arrow hits the side of the door as he just like, hi guys! Completely ruins your ambush.
Oh yeah!
The orcs whoop, all look at you all at once, and lock eyes with you.
Hey, fellas!
Now we're initiative. Rakesh, you get to go first at the rate team.
All right, where's the nearest orc?
The nearest orc is, well, there's the half orc who's about, well, there's the orc who opened the door, who's about 10 feet away from you. And he's looking up at the arrow that just like that drove into the side of the door.
Try a meat pie gambit.
Is he like alone, isolated from other orcs, or there's a bunch of orcs around him?
Emotionally, yes. Yeah, you can see he looks like a lonely orc. No, yeah, he's about the nearest orc to be 10 feet away.
All right, then I drop my crossbow and run up and hit him.
All right. Give the old rumble tumbly.
Oh, that's a 4 on the D4. Thanks for the bless. 11, 18.
That'll hit.
8 damage.
All right. He grunts in pain, but it's still up.
I will use my left hand to hit him again with the 22.
Hit.
For 3 damage.
All right. First was 8.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. He crumples to the ground, and you see there's now there are 5 orcs here that are left. 3 of them are clustered around the machine. The other two are up near the guy who looks like the leader. And there was this guy that you just wasted. Wriggle, your turn, and then Idiar will be next.
Okay. And the half orc is the one that's sort of up at the front with the 2 orcs. Okay. I will.
He's wearing chainmail.
There's only one half orc now?
Yep.
I haven't surprised these guys. Or
Nope.
Okay. Actually, do you want to use the rest of your movement to run up to somebody? Can
No.
you? No, you want to stay back?
Right, because I don't want to end up surrounded by orcs.
You don't want to help your roguey friend? No, that's fine. Okay, I will actually just take a short bow shot at the half orc.
Okay.
Cameras.
No swearing.
Cameras.
No swearing.
I won't. Cameras. Can you see my natural 1 on both D20 and blessed die? I miss. Obviously.
Don't you get your halfling ability to reroll natural ones?
Yes, I do.
I was wondering about that. Like, oh.
Sorry, I'm not used to playing a halfling. Okay, that is a 18.
That'll hit.
Okay. That is 4 damage or 5 damage.
All right.
5 piercing damage.
You have hit. So that was a ranged attack, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I fired my short bow.
You hit him. He grunts in pain. You seem to have gotten his attention. All right.
I will also stay back here in the doorway.
Idiar, your turn.
So how far away is that half orc that you just did?
It's about 20, 25 feet.
Are the other orcs in the way?
No, the only orc who's in the way. There are a couple orcs, but they're like
I'll
sort
move
of.
up and engage the half orc.
All right.
Nice.
Clump.
So I. Oh, that is a 19.
It's a crit.
And because of my improved critical, I crit.
Oh wow. Okay. Critical hit.
Is that a fighter class feature?
That would be a
Yeah.
fighter class feature.
The warrior.
And I'm blanking on the current critical rules.
I just add an extra die.
Additional die.
Yeah.
So that is a 16 points of slashing.
Oh, he does not look happy about that at all.
Ooh.
Crestfallen even.
And as a fighter, I get
happy.
a second attack with the 2 attacks that I get at 5th level. And that is a natural 1, and as much as I...
Too bad you're only a halfling in spirit.
All right. Well, you have made your case for winning this fight, and now he gets his counterclaim. He pulls out a great axe and turns
What? You're not supposed to have that?
and swings
Weren't
at
you guys just
you.
discussing that at lunchtime?
Whoosh.
Orcs and
No,
great axes.
No.
I heard something.
I was, yeah, we were talking about, yeah.
I just...
He was planning for how to kill us.
Does a 13 hit?
That would miss.
He's going to action surge.
What?
Come on. I rolled a 4 and 9. He misses. Ridiculous.
Don't forget his blessed die. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, in that case. The 2 orcs that are
That's all sides.
Everyone, you should...
He's so benevolent.
I joined the many eyes, actually.
Oh,
he didn't notice.
Many faces.
Oh, many
Okay.
faces, yeah.
orcs.
Same
The
difference.
2 orcs next to you.
Many faces, more eyes.
Idiar are going to attack you. The 2 orcs that were up near him.
You're looking for 18.
2 4s will miss. Okay, so the rest of the orcs. Let's see. There are 5 other orcs. Oh, there's 3 of them. Perfect. They take that cart thing and they look and see you guys all in this very narrow hallway.
Oh boy.
And
Well, 3 of us.
3. Oh, that's right.
Wait a minute.
I'm out of the way.
Turn,
I'm the
turn,
smart
turn,
one.
turn.
We're still in the doorway.
Push,
basically.
push. So one is turning the cart and pushing it towards you. The other one starts pumping furiously. And then the other one hits a switch on the side. And an enormous gout of flame whoosh
I was hoping for
roars from
reverse
it
engineering.
and fills the hallway.
I think it's actually a connection to the cult of elemental fire.
All right, so let me just take a quick look at this thing.
Well, it's a good thing you
And
have a bonus 1d4 to your saving throws.
That is.
Everyone
True.
make a dexterity saving throw.
It is.
27.
14.
No, that'll make it.
D4.
And a D4.
For the
The
blast.
bless. Thank you. Bless. I was confused for a moment. All right, I have a 15.
You'll make the save, which is good. You take half damage, 8 fire damage to each of you. As fire just whoosh, washes down the hallway.
I picture us all slamming ourselves against the wall.
All right.
I slam myself against the floor and then come up in a graceful martial arts pose, ready to. Never mind.
And I say, you remind me of the radiant flower.
And Tree, it's your turn.
Someday I'll be Grand Master of all radiant flowers.
That's right.
I move out of the hallway,
Okay.
and how far away is it to this device?
It's about it's like right in front of the monks. It's like maybe like 10 feet away from you.
I run up and smite the orc that's flipping the switch.
All right. You have to kind of go around the side of it to do that, but go ahead. Make your attack.
Okay. I only got a 20.
That'll hit.
He takes 10 damage.
He grunts in pain, but is still standing. All right. Pangs the rest acted. All right, Rakesh, your turn. So the cart has been wheeled up almost directly in front of you. The nozzle's like 3 inches from your face, like glaring down at you, and you can smell oil and as the orcs are pumping. On the other side of the cart now is Idiar, who is engaged with a half orc and 2 other orcs.
There are 3 orcs around the device.
Yeah, they're on the other side of the shield.
Is
like,
there
offering it.
a place where I could stand where all 3 of them would be within reach?
Yes, on top of the contraption.
Yeah. I want to run up and jump over or use the barrel to propel myself up on top of the device and then flurry of blows to kill them all.
All right, roll your attacks.
That's what I would like to do.
You gracefully
we'll see what
right down and
happens.
jump on top.
Okay. First attack on an uninjured orc is 16
Hit.
for 9 damage.
Uninjured orc is still standing.
Second attack on the same orc with my offhand attack is a 25.
Hits.
Or 29, rather, for 7 damage.
Oh, he's dropped.
Thank you, Bless.
Yes, thank you, Bless.
All the luck float away.
I'm going to spend all 3 of my key focus in order to make 3 more attacks and make sure that this device is disabled as best I can. So, this attack will be on the injured orc, the one that he hit.
Okay.
That's a 26.
You knocked the last hit point out of him.
And I think I get my full ability score modifier on this.
Yeah, these are just extra
You're
attacks.
spending key points for this. Key focus.
Yeah.
You get. Always.
So, as a monk, I have 3 key focus points that recharge when I take a short rest. So,
do say.
yeah, I wanted our audience to understand what I'm doing. All right.
As you all know.
I love to explain what I'm doing, orcs, as I fight you.
Okay, finally I rolled below a 10. That's still a 19.
Still a hit. What?
Bless.
Ooh, we got
9.
one.
Oh, okay.
3 on the blessed die, 9 damage.
He's still up.
And my last attack,
The last orc. It's like,
16 on the die, 18, 25 to hit for 10 more damage.
you knock him out. You have taken out the entire crew of this thing.
Yes!
That was pretty awesome.
Awesome.
This is the part of the game where you can do like the Chewbacca.
Tree says,
The touch
Tree says, you are great.
Thanks.
All right.
I want to join the Scarlet Brotherhood.
Wriggle.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Oh, wait a minute. You're not part of the Scarlet Brotherhood.
Not
all right.
anymore.
I want to
That's
join
my
the many
list of affair.
faces.
I'm going to move up to the ones next to my brother, and there's the
Half
half
orc and 2 orcs, yep.
2 orcs, okay. So I will actually attack the half orc first. And I've got my 2 short swords that I draw as I go. So against the half orc, I've got an 18. Oh, and I got a 21.
Hit.
All right, that is 13 damage.
He crumples to the ground.
Okay. My second attack is going to be against the And one of the other orcs that's right there?
Yep, there's still 2 more, yep.
Okay. I should actually just do this. Okay, that is a 15.
That'll hit.
All right, for 5 slashing damage.
Alright, he's still up.
All right, I'm going to use my cunning action to disengage
All right.
and move away from them.
You moving toward the cart? or-
Actually, I want to move towards one of the guardhouse doors.
The one further away from
one-
you, or the one that was open?
The one that's open.
Okay.
Do I get over there enough that I can see?
How far is you moving?
15.
Yeah, you could also, from where you were, get basically into the doorway. You're basically on the other side now of the cart.
Okay, what can I see inside?
It looks like there's like a winch in there. It's like a winch room.
And are there any people in there? Am I inside?
No, you're just standing in the doorway.
Okay, cool. Then I'm done.
Okay. ADR. There's
So I
still
have-
one orc standing in front of you.
One orc?
I'm sorry, no, 2 orcs. One
Yeah,
of them is
one of them is injured.
I
half
will
orc is down.
take my longsword and swing at the injured one.
All right.
And that is a well over 20
hit.
for 12 points of slashing
He
damage.
crumples to the ground, leaving
I
one
will
orc.
follow through with my second attack on the final orc remaining, and that is only a 12 to hit.
That will miss. Your attack strikes his studded armor, but he's able to twist and turn out of the way. Nice. Sorry, just rolling. Find something up. Yeah, I rolled a nat 20. I might be missing with my attacks. Whenever I'm like, I wonder if this will happen, and I roll a die.
We're doomed.
So, this is gonna be fun. You're still standing on the cart.
Yes, I am.
Oh, nice. All right, so first, the obvious thing happens. The orc that's fighting you
Yep.
swings.
Yep.
Panic blow. Misses. Because I got a 6 on the die, and your AC you said was 16?
18.
18. Oh, wow. So he swings wildly.
He's a fighter, so.
Oh, fight.
And then a mob of orcs bursts from the door to the east, and there's a half orc with them. And I'd say maybe about half their movement. He kind of comes in, looks, sees like all the dead orcs on the cart, sees you standing on the cart, looks, and as soon as he sees the dead half orc, looks really mad, and then looks at the cart, looks at you, looks at the cart, looks at you, looks at the torch on the wall next to him, looks at you, no swearing, grabs the torch on the wall next to him, looks at you, and says something in Orcish, and the orcs behind him all like open up with arrows, shooting not at you but at the cart at your feet.
This is going to be bad.
Sorry, I'm
I
sorry.
wish I had deflect arrows. I would.
Oh my, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, now my dice is back up here. 20, a 15, an 18, and another 20. Okay, wow.
This should be entertaining.
You are standing on the cart. And
Yeah.
now that the orc has looked at it, you go, I'm going to take a moment and look down at this cart. And you see it is like a big box, an enormous box, keg maybe, of what smells like oil. And there's all these lines and things coming off of it. And the arrows start then clattering around you, and bit, bit, bit. Like, these orcs must have been like ninja orcs, because I rolled 2 natural 20s. 2 of them split open the lines, and suddenly oil is geysering everywhere. As the last half orc reaches
they had
back
started
with
pumping.
his flame torch and throws it at you.
If I were 1 level higher and had deflect missiles,
Oh my god.
this would be so awesome.
So, the torch soars.
How much experience have we
towards you.
gained?
Well, we lost all that XP for opening those doors.
He did.
All right.
It's a party resource.
Okay.
I'm about to get blown up, and I've never had so much fun in my life. This is awesome.
Oil is jetting everywhere. Now, everyone on the other side of the mantlet, like, you can see this out of the corner of your eye. You 2 guys on the side of the mantlet, so you don't really actually see much of this. You just suddenly see oil shooting in the air, right? And arrows just being shot at your friend. And then you see that, like, from your point, you can kind of look up and see the top of the mantlet, and then you see a torch. Like, what the heck's going on? It lands on the mantlet, and it immediately bursts into flames. And what was the jets of oil shooting up? And I'm sure by real physics this wouldn't happen. Whatever, it's a movie, right? Basically.
That's all because they were already pressurizing it for the next shot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It turns into a giant fountain of flame. And it's actually, if it wasn't roasted in your alive, it would probably look fairly pretty.
Yeah.
Dexterity saving throw, dexterity saving throw, dexterity saving throw.
Wow, that close still, really?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
25.
Oh, nice! Very, very nice.
24.
19.
Oh, wow.
I rolled an 18.
We,
so-
in the slow motion, we're all going, oh.
Yeah, so
23, I
you're
guess.
able to, as the fire bursts from it and the thing starts burning merrily, you all made your saving throws, so take 4 fire damage. The cart is now an inferno, and you hear like tunk noises coming from it. It sounds like a contraption or something inside of it's bouncing around. You're standing on top of a fire. So 6 of the orcs fired their bows. The other 5 snarl in charge.
Uh-oh.
Where did these orcs come from? I thought you said there were only 5 of them, 6 of them, 8 of them.
They charge toward the fighter. They charge toward you, Idiar. And I'm going to say 3 can engage you and 2 hang back. So 1 hits,
Okay.
and the other 2 miss. And you take 8 damage. All right, so there are 3 orcs engaging Idiar. There's 2 orcs standing back. There are 6 orcs with their bows, and then there's the half orc. Tree, your turn.
How much damage have you taken?
I'm down 11 hit points, so I mean I've got 38 left at this point.
Oh, 38 left?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm doing fine for. I'll survive a round or 2.
I move out of the inferno first.
Good idea. How far away are you going to move toward it from it? Like, basically, it's burning right around you. There's oil getting spread everywhere. You're close enough that you got caught as burning oil is shooting out of it. And it's now...
Is there any way to be protected from this flame and still be close to this contraption?
Not really. Like, there's...
Is that on the shield?
The shield's burning merrily, too. So, if your best bet right now is just to get away from it. There's, like, a couple tables here. Like, maybe if you kick the table... Like, you might be able to use your table for cover, but you'd have to go to ground to actually get any use out of it.
Is this big iron pipe that's part of it on fire too?
Yeah, there's fire all, like, merrily shooting out of the end of it. It's not burning. It's metal. It's not. But
Because actually what I want to do... There were 3 orcs pushing it or one orc pushing it?
there was 1 orc pushing, 1 orc preparing, and 1 orc firing.
What I actually want to do is just throw my weight against... throw my strength against this device and shove it into the orcs that were shooting arrows.
All right, so I'm gonna do a little take a page from the Rob Hainslow School of Dungeon Mastering. Here's what you can do. You can just throw yourself heedlessly against it and be guaranteed of taking 2d6 fire damage because you're throwing yourself against a bonfire. You can try to do this cautiously, which means you don't take any damage, but you'll have disadvantage on your strength check.
I do it uncautiously.
Nice, unconsciously.
Uncautiously.
Okay,
Recklessly.
Recklessly, which is not...
Right.
Unconsciously is not really...
So you
the word.
slam into it. I'll give you advantage on your strength check because you're going to slam yourself into it. Okay. You only take 5 fire damage. Fortune favors the bold. On the right side of the bell curve.
I
boy.
got a natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay. So
23.
you slam into the cart and send it hurtling across the room. With a 23, it goes 10, 20, 30 feet. So the orc threw the torch. And he's like... and then suddenly the cart comes hurtling toward him at an alarming speed.
With me still on top of it?
With you still on top. Special delivery, 1 monk and 1
He's
burning
sort of-
siege weapon.
Sort of slim
Specials.
pickings on top of the dude writing it down.
And as I hurl it, I say, "Envision the radiant flower."
So you hit it. So I'm gonna give the cart a saving throw, and I'm gonna roll this out in the open.
You're gonna give the card a saving throw?
Yeah, because I'm gonna see if it's gonna blow up yet. All right.
Oh, I love that sound of that yet.
Oh, a 4. So you slam into the cart. Good news is it's now going in for you. The better news is it just crashed into all the orcs. The best news, except for everyone for Rakesh, is it's now about to explode. So I'm first going to have a saving throw for the half orc as it comes hurtling into him, and I'm going to have each of those orcs take 2d6 damage. So he takes 3.
Wondering how many feet the monk is going to fly into the air as he...
It's awesome.
You and I start a betting pool. I'm like, I think he's going to get
Do
over
a
there.
barrel
No, he's only
roll.
going to get that far.
I might have asked if I can make a saving throw to jump
know-
off when you pushed it, but I didn't want to.
Be careful how to phrase this bet because we might both be right if he
that's
goes
true.
5 feet and 15.
That's true.
We're just right.
Nice when your adventuring companions are taking bets on where your body parts are going to land.
Yeah,
That's-
All right.
If I go down, I don't care.
It's a great scene.
This is like the definition of going down in a blaze of glory, right?
Quite literally.
The cart crashes into the mob of orcs, the orc archers. They scatter. None of them have been dropped yet. And you can see, whew, and then it explodes. Dexterity save, please. And all these orcs get to make dexterity saves again.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay. Made. Oh, these orcs are on some pretty good saving. Oh, fail. Okay, and then for our big orc, okay, he makes. What'd you get?
11.
Oh, I need more d6s.
I have a few
You never want to hear the DM say that.
How many do you need?
I'll just roll these. I just need 6 as a fireball. 11. Ooh. 22 damage on a failed save. 11 on a successful save.
I have 8 hit points left.
Boom!
You're not dead yet. You're just severely burned.
Yeah.
These 6 orcs. 6 orcs are completely destroyed. The big tough orc is like standing there, like, you know, the cartoonish blasters and everything. But he is still standing. You're still standing. That wipes out the orc archer contingent. And that would have been here. So 10, 20. And actually, you know what? Those 2 orcs over here, I'm going to have make them. They're within the blast radius too. The ones that didn't rush to engage you. And actually, it doesn't matter. They don't have enough hit points even on a successful save. They are incinerated. So the only orcs left are the 3 orcs engaged with EDR. And the half-orc captain, and the wreckage of this thing explodes and
And I say kind of hysterically, the radiant flower
they were caught in the
blossoms.
fire. Oh, okay. Yeah. So they pay for their cowardice instead of rushing up to engage. They're like, well, hang back and see what happens. Oh, they did not expect a burning flying cart to explode right just on the
And
edge.
Tree says kind of hysterically, the radiant flower, it blossoms.
Like, that doesn't become like this weird pyromaniac. That's right. Of course, radiant flower. You know, it's like a burning.
Hey, I have sacred flame, man. It's all about the sacred flame.
All right. So, wow, that was all initiative
It's
count
like a
2.
chakra.
Rakesh. What happened to you when the cart exploded?
I attempted to somersault in the direction of the half-orc. Was not expecting the full ferocity of the blast and pretty much tumbled and landed right next to him, barely staggering to stand up at the end of the roll. And I look at him, glance back in the direction of the cleric who just sent me to my fiery doom, but who will hopefully save my life in a moment, and give the half-orc a good strong parting blow or 2.
Okay.
The radiant flower giveth, the radiant flower taketh away.
That is a natural 20 on the attack roll.
Nice. This is the best scene ever.
14 damage.
Oh wow, he does not look happy about that. But he's pretty tough. Like you hit him with everything you got, and he kind of just takes it. But he looks hurt. But
All
this guy
right,
seems
then I
pretty
will
stout.
give him my offhand attack as well. That's a 23
That'll hit.
for 4 more damage.
All right.
We are on fire. Well,
Oh please.
Thanks a lot, Pete.
Unintentional pun.
He's still up.
He is still up.
Wow.
He looks pissed.
He looks pissed.
Looks mad.
How far away is the cleric?
He's like 40 feet behind you. He pushed this thing.
Don't worry, stay there. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. I'll get you. I got you.
30. He's more like 30 feet, 5 feet away.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
I defy the half-orc to come at me.
Come on. He's right next to you. He's like, wait, what? What do you mean by that? Wriggle.
All right, I'm going to pull out my short bow, and I'm going to fire my short bow
How
at.
do you use that word?
At the monk.
That's right.
You're pointing
At the
him.
monk. Yes. No. At the half orc that the monk is
Attention in
fighting.
the ring. Sorry, go for it. He's not heavily armed, so.
Okay. So that is a 14.
Hit.
All right. 10. I do 14 piercing damage
All right.
with the arrow.
He's still up.
Okay. So I'm going to use my movement to move over to the gate mechanism. Does it look like something that I could easily like lock or disable, basically to prevent it from?
It would take an action, but yeah.
So I have my cunning action that lets me use an item. Can I use that for it?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so that's what I do.
Make a strength, I'm going to say strength check because you're trying to brute force this thing.
Don't you mean dexterity? Okay,
Yeah.
fine. All right, strength check. A 13.
All right.
Nice.
You looks like you bend and twist. Looks like it wouldn't take too long to repair, but we're talking
Sure.
like minutes before something does
Right,
this again.
right. Excellent.
All right, so that is your turn, Idiar. So you have the 2 orcs. I'm sorry, the 3 orcs. You have, gathered around you. What do
one
you
of
do?
them wounded?
Let me see. I don't think so.
Okay. I will.
I don't have that in my note here.
I will attack the middle one.
All right, go for it.
And that is only a 15.
That'll hit. So we're going to start it.
That is a for 9 damage.
All right, he's still up.
And I follow through with my second attack against the same one. And I roll a natural 1.
All right, that'll miss. All
Remember, you have this back.
Yeah, I know.
Don't use it.
right.
Just throwing it out there.
What is it that you have? You wanna
Well,
explain
okay,
it?
fine. My brother is urging me to use my action search ability, which allows me to take another action. And so
Which
I
he
will
got
do
back
that.
when we took the short rest.
Yeah,
okay.
because at this
Yeah.
point, I'm a little worried that we won't be done in 10 minutes because it is almost 4. So I'll use my action search and attack again. So
Okay.
against the one that I already wounded, I'm going to hit him for 7 damage.
He drops.
And then I will do this 4th attack on this turn, and this one the other one, and that is, wow. So now my dice come back as normal, and that is a 12 to hit.
Ooh, just misses. His studded armor saves him. All right, that brings us to the orcs and the half orcs. So the 2 orcs, I'll do these quick attacks. So the 2 orcs still around ADR. They try to get around your sides, flank you, and they swing their axes. Shooting for 18s, 1 will hit, take 8 damage.
Okay.
All right, so now the big dude.
Goodbye, Mr. Monk. It's been nice.
He roars in fury, and you see now like, a red energy limbs around his short sword.
Envision the radiant flower.
And swings back in a downward arc at you, Mr. Rakesh, the not cleric, the monk.
Rakesh the Cleaved.
Rakesh the Singed at this point.
Well, soon to be cleaved.
All right.
Oh, okay, weird. Just a quick note on this is on this guy's stat block. He's listed as having multi-attack, that he gets 3 attacks. Is that from being a high-level fighter, or is that a monster trait?
That's probably just a monster.
Okay.
It's a badass trait.
Yeah. All right. Well, his
3
first
attacks.
Does his damage from Divine Wrath, the Channel Divinity thing he's using, on the next hit or the next attack?
I have no
It's
idea.
just 1 hit.
Okay, so the next hit. Oh, sorry. Sorry, old chap.
My AC is good.
Is it 18 good?
No.
Okay, so that is going to be 18 damage.
Okay, I'm at 0.
The good news is, like, he uses all 3 attacks to drop you, and then he's going to move up next to you, and then, like his pal, he's going to action surge and attack you again.
Wait, that was good news?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It was good news for somebody. You two. He's not attacking you two.
Good news for him.
Yeah. All right. Your AC is she's shooting for AC 18. He'll hit once. He'll hit twice. 2 hits for 7 each.
70, so
Yep.
14.
Yep.
Okay.
Good news is he uses action surge. Unless he's really high level, he's not going to be able to use it again. And that is his turn. 2 orcs already attacked. Tree, it's your turn.
I hold up the radiant flower, and I say, "Come back to us." What's your character's name again?
Rakesh.
Come back to us, Rakesh. And
Like I said,
I'm moved to get everyone within 25 feet of me if possible.
Yeah, it's kind of moving in the middle of the room, but you can do that. Wriggle will be harder because he's in another room. So
Yeah, I'm not there.
You're not there.
I'm in the gatehouse.
I give you back 20 hit points, and I give you back 10.
Okay, thank you.
What was that you used, Chris?
It was restore health.
oh, nice.
Channel divinity, restore health.
Oh, saucy.
Very nice. All right, let's see what time we have. I think we're the half orc looks pretty badly beaten up. I think we can complete this.
I really want to see him go down.
Well, in that case, let's take some questions from the audience. Rakesh, your turn.
I will run up and hit him hard.
Okay.
22 to hit for 11 damage.
Turns you. I already dealt with you. He's still up,
Wow.
Second
Good lord.
but he looks pretty badly hurt.
attack is a 22 to hit for 5 more damage.
He has okay. You drill him in the side. He sags and he looks down. He's about to go down at the body of the other half orc and just like Rocky and one of them just like. "Grah!" But of course, there's like 2 more characters that have to go.
I'm
so.
angrier than he is.
Wriggle.
Okay, so since I'm in the gatehouse, how far is Rakesh and this half orc from me? How far are they? from me.
Let's see, 10, 20, 30, about 40 feet.
About 40 feet. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to use my cunning action to rush and move full 25 feet.
Okay.
Then I will use another 15 feet of movement to move up to the half-orc. And as I'm going, I'm drawing my short swords again, and I will attack the half-orc with my short swords.
All right. AC 14
so the
shoot
first
for
attack.
Swing leather.
I'm going to hit, and I'm going to do 16 slashing damage.
You knock away his last remaining hit point.
All right. Are the orcs that he's fighting, are they within 10 feet of me?
Yeah, there's basically one big scrum up there.
Then what I'm going to do is use my remaining 10 feet of movement to move over there and then attack with my offhand short sword.
All right, go for it. The two ones that are left are uninjured, so.
That's 20 to hit
Hit.
for 3 slashing damage.
All right, still up. ADR, your turn.
Okay, first attack the one that he just wounded. And that is going to be a 17 hit for 12 damage.
He drops.
And then I will follow through and attack the next one.
Yeah, you are.
All right.
So that is 15 points of damage.
He drops.
Very nice.
All right, as the final orc collapses to the ground, we'll call the session there.
That was an awesome battle.
Wow.
You guys have time for a couple questions?
Yeah, we get started a little late.
So, how does Bless work? Because everybody thinks Bless might be the champion, aside from monk killing everybody.
Yeah.
How does Bless work?
Yeah, how does Bless work?
I'm sorry, I killed more people than the monk.
Bless counts.
Exploding card.
So it's 1d4 to everything, all attacks, saves, and
Attack
Attacks and
saves.
saves.
No, attacks and saves.
Okay,
And
okay.
for 10 minutes while I concentrate. So I can't cast another concentration spell.
Okay.
And, yeah, I can't cast another concentration spell. So.
And what's the thinking? I know the answer, but this is like Captain Exposition. Like, why did we go with a die instead of a flat bonus, Rodney?
So one of the reasons is because it's easier to remember, and you don't forget it as easily when you actually have the die there in front of you.
That's very true.
Plus, one of the things we found was a simple +1 bonus, which is the traditional bonus. Is it feels a little weak compared to things like healing, right? So instead of trying to weaken healing or whatever like that, we're experimenting with improving the other spells that the cleric has to make those other spells a viable choice against just healing your party, right? So in this case, he chose to use that bless on us instead of saving that spell for healing because it sort of pushes things on the offensive side.
Yeah.
So while it seemed like we were hitting a lot, we were rolling incredibly
well,
high. It was
yeah.
not usually the blessed
And-
die.
Yeah.
No,
And the highest AC you faced was 16 on the orc with chainmail. The other orcs were just wearing leather.
I think the bless helped us more in the saving throws than the.
Oh yeah, on the saves definitely.
I think I totally agree with everything you said. And I think it's absolutely true that having the diamond helps you remember. And I think we all and the audience all felt that the bless was significant because it was such an obvious presence
Right.
there.
It's also something that when you look across the table and you see someone just rolling their 2-hit roll, you can easily remind them, don't forget your blessed die, because they didn't roll it, so it's obvious that they didn't remember the blessed.
Yeah, there's I think a big gameplay advantage to the die.
And that's a lot of it is also like if you're casting a spell, you kind of feel like a leader type or you're helping the party, right?
Right.
It rewards people on the table to help each other with
Right.
the rules and stuff like that.
Right.
What other questions do we have?
The second one was just about group roles in general. Like when you're doing exploration and like Rodney gets sneak, or even when Rodney could sneak and help the rest of the group sneak somehow. How does that work? How does Rodney actually help the rest of the group sneak?
So at one point, I think we had stealth was still individual. So why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So the big challenge you always have with stealth in D&D, especially with group stealth, is that if one person is bad at it, effectively everyone is bad at it because that one person breaks the stealth. So what we're trying to do with the exploration rules, and this is actually more than just the stealth issue, right? What we're trying to do with the exploration rules is experiment with the idea that those different tasks that you perform while you're exploring benefit the whole group, right? So that's why you want everyone doing these different tasks so the whole group is getting those benefits. In the dungeon, there are fewer tasks you have because you're not doing the hex crawl. You don't really need to make a map or navigate or anything like that. But I could sneak, and that could, that would effectively act as the entire group's stealth check, right? And we have someone keeping watch, and that's the whole group's keeping watch because, like I said, it's kind of all or nothing with stealth, and keeping watch is very much the same way, right? I mean, maybe before one person could be surprised or not, but the other thing about it too is we're also experimenting with ways that you can help other people perform tasks without just like everybody roll separately
Yeah.
or something like that.
The one thing is, from my side of the screen, it feels like if one character is just determining everyone's stealth,
Yeah.
that's too easy. Then we have one stealthy guy, so therefore we're always surprising people and always really stealthy.
Right. Well, I also, yeah.
So it's a little whatever. It's something we'll look at obviously as part of playtesting and stuff.
Well, we've also talked about the idea that it might be something where instead of I make my roll at the ahead of time, it might be something that at the time that stealth becomes relevant, I might have told you in advance. Okay, here's what I would roll, and you might roll that as well too. So
Yeah, it's just my intuitive reaction to it would be that the so you actually guys are gonna see like this is kind of what we talked about.
Yeah, this
is that my sense of it would make more sense to me like if you were off scouting. Like that, if you were with the paladin full plate and a cleric and like a really and a dwarf with bad dexterity, it stretches it a little bit for me from a sort of narrative sense, but it also as a DM it just seems like you're going to be ambushing people all the time because they're getting to use your die, as opposed to like if you were able to sneak into the room and like surprise one or two orcs and take them out, like then the rest of the party comes running in. Like it feels like it just might be a little too good because you're basically saying the party is like this combined force where we just always get our highest bonus.
We could do an exploration action that is I'm going to help the parties sneak, and then basically if someone chooses to do that, you give everyone advantage on
something like that.
Yeah, I liked your explanation of clearing stuff out of the way so that we don't trip over it. That sort of so that, some explanation of what you're doing to help us sneak.
I think what's the issue here is the way we're resolving it, not the idea behind the action, right? Like
just the result felt a little.
I like that.
Now I rolled a nat 20 when I was like, okay, do they notice you? Right. Nat 20, okay, they do. So
I like that basically while we're exploring, the party is like this. I do like that it's a cohesive unit, but instead of just having like, okay, this one check result covers everything, it might be more like, no, I do a thing and everybody benefits, right? And we might do the same thing for keeping watch or something like that. So
I had forgotten that map making was a task on that list. That should have been what I was doing.
Obviously, you weren't.
My character does have a pen and ink.
Yeah, it was rough enough. The main thing was the gate is like further off to the right. I don't think I made that clear. But Rodney remembers that we were playing B1 in Search of the Unknown, and there was one moment where we're like, forget it, I'll just draw them after you guys. I'm sick of trying to describe
it. It's a crazy map.
Snatch it out of our hands,
But I believe there was some like...
Yeah.
I think every DM has done that.
Right.
Any other questions?
Another thing that goes along with that group rule. So what happens, or is there any advantage to two people doing the same thing?
I think right now, well, the big advantage you get is you're getting to roll multiple times.
And if like one person fails and the person succeeds,
then
the group succeeds, or?
I am just taking the highest result.
Okay.
So
that's how it is right now. The other thing we've talked about too is maybe in a situation where you have like a larger party, like we got 6 or 7 people in the party. What we might do is say, okay, well, since there's just not enough exploration tasks, you can help someone and it just gives them a flat bonus or something like that.
Yeah. And
okay, we're exploring. The ranger is going to navigate or the ranger is going to keep watch, right? I'm going to help him, but instead of like both of us trying to roll, I just give the guy who's really good at it a bonus.
Yeah, maybe just throw an extra d6.
Or something like that.
So I'm just rolling a die and adding as a bonus.
Right.
The only question I had was, when can people get the next packet? I don't think we can answer that one yet.
I can't answer that quite yet. Yep. So.
Well, you see, test pattern.
All right, well, we're at 4:01, so thanks to everyone who joined us live. I hope we were entertaining. And we'll probably will we be doing this again next Friday?
Yeah, at this point, it looks like we want to try to do these every Friday if we can. We are planning actually on doing a Lords of Waterdeep one as well.
Yeah, because I think we're thinking of changing, like we'll do this adventure at a certain point and then do like other DMs, other games, stuff like that. One thing to keep in mind too, I didn't mention this, is if you aren't familiar with the adventure, I have made some narrative changes. So if you're like, what about those, the Call of the Many Faces? Well, I added them. It's kind of building on what exists in the adventure, but I just want to throw that disclaimer out there too.
Are you making stuff up?
Kind of.
We don't let our DMs make stuff
I created it beforehand, so...
That's true.
We talked about having a chance to show off different people's DMing styles, because different people are very different.
Right.
And maybe I'll get to play.
See, I have you as a player in one of my games anyway, so I'm like,
That's my character.
Mike is playing an agent of chaos in my Tuesday night game.
Literally.
Quite literally.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, folks. Until next week.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, we were supposed to read the disclaimer again?
You are so lawful.
No, I'm chaotic good.
No, you're not, James.
Most lawful people believe that.
Thanks.
Like I said.
Okay, so as the half orc falls, a lawyer appears around the corner and says unto ye, "Thanks for joining us for this live streaming D&D Next playtest game. You are about to see the end of the podcast, the video cast. So you saw members of Wizards R&D team playtesting material and rules from D&D Next. This was part of our playtest program. So having watched this, you consented to the terms of the online playtest agreement, which you can view at www.dndnext.com. In addition, we swore a little bit, so we are sorry and hope you aren't offended.
Very sorry.